All right, the garden's on the alpha. I keep getting kicked, so I'm going to try and record this as fast as possible. This is a farming update. It is a huge farming update that completely changes how you're going to farm. You're not building the farms anymore. They're going to be kind of built for you, and you're going to participate in upgrading them and specific crops from the garden. So let's just go into a lot of the features of this island. The main thing that you're going to have is the desk. The desk is going to be your hub for all upgrades to the garden. For one, you're going to be able to unlock a lot of plots. You can see there's up to 24 plots that you can unlock with a lot of different compost. Compost is going to come from the composter, which just, you need the fuel and then it makes more compost, and you're just going to unlock it via that. So you can get a lot of different plots, and then you can configure each of these plots into the different crops that have already existed in the game. You can see I'm trying to do a wheat one right now, but I believe that pasting these plots currently isn't working. You have to unlock the plot, then you have to go and clean the plot, and then you can select literally any crop to throw in there, and you can keep doing that for a lot more plots. And when I'm talking about plots, I'm talking about these big size areas. They're not as big as island farms by any means. If you have like max island size, definitely, but they are still pretty big areas. And as I said, you can unlock 24 of these at the max. So you could fill your entire garden area with wheat, and I'm sure you would have an infinite amount to grind. The next thing that is in here is crop upgrades. You can upgrade each crop specifically to get more fortune, and these upgrades are going to be done via copper. Copper is an item that you unlock by selling things to new NPCs, which I'll talk about in a sec here, but you're just going to be able to upgrade each crop with a lot more fortune than you used to have. 45 more fortune is nothing to scoff at, and you can specify yourself as much as you want into these. Next up is the Skymart shop, which is where a lot of the newer stuff is. You're going to see there's equipment for everything based on completing garden visitor offers, which is another thing that I'm talking about in a second. There's just some basic farming tools that if you don't have the Jacob's tools, you can get from here. And then there's a lot of skins, because there are skins for your barn that you can unlock, which is pretty cool. I haven't gotten any of them because they're kind of expensive, but they exist. You have the fuel, which is used on the composter. You have a new enchant for axes where you can get more farming fortune there. And then the builder's ruler, which just looks like a cracked out builder's wand, and I'm kind of confused by it, but it exists and it is right there. The last thing in this menu is going to be your milestones, which is just kind of showing where you get your garden XP, because you're going to be able to increase your tier of stuff by just grinding it a bit more. Right now, I don't even have a tier up on wheat. Let's see, is there any wheat around my island? I don't think there is. Shout out pasting, it definitely works. But you can tier up your things, and when you do tier it up, you get garden XP, you get farming experience, and the more garden XP you have, the more stuff you're going to be able to do on the island. Visitor milestones is what I'm about to go into right now, because visitors are super duper cool. If we go over to here, you can see, oh, right now I have a visitor. It is Jamie. If I click on Jamie, this is a hub NPC, by the way. They're going to talk about how you can purchase additional plots with the desk in the barn. So what do they want from me? They want 2 enchanted hay bales. I got kicked again for like 8 years, but if I get the hay bales that you need and you give it to them, you're going to see you get farming XP, garden XP, and copper here. So boom, I sold my stuff to Jamie and got all the things. Oh, and another visitor showed up. It's the homie Jacob. What is up, dude? So you can see this is something that continues throughout your entire garden experience. You're going to get visitors that are going to give you farming XP and garden XP, and they have different rarities, and you can see every unique visitor in here, and there is a lot. You can see there is over 4 pages of them, and you can get them multiple times, and they all have different rarities. We're going to look here, and you're going to see that there are rare ones. We can get the Puzzler, the Royal Resident. Some of these get unlocked at high garden levels. Some of them are unlocked at lower ones. You can see there's legendary ones. We can get Clerk Seraphine to show up. We can get Madam Eleanor Q Goldsworth III and Sirius. And then lastly, there is one, the Spaceman, which requires garden level 15 and 75 unique visitors. So as you can tell, there's a lot of these guys. They're all going to want different stuff, presumably. and the higher rarity, the higher rewards you're going to get. So this is just a really cool system that is going to be the main way you're progressing your garden. So yeah, the general vibe of the island is that you're going to unlock a lot of these plots. You can turn them into whichever farm you actually want. You can see my wheat farm is actually beginning to do its pasting, and this is being built into an optimal wheat farm, just the way that it would be on your island. You can see it's continuing to paste this thing, and eventually this entire plot would turn into a wheat farm, and I could turn other plots into these farms whenever I decide to do so. So you're going to be unlocking all of these and having these as your way of farming rather than being on your island, and you level up via the visitors or by just grinding a lot of the crops, because I don't know how high up these crop milestones go, but I have to imagine it's going to be a decent margin considering the hose can go up to like 100 million collection. So maybe these will go up just as high, maybe these will not. But the visitors are going to be your commissions, your cool way of leveling things, because you're going to get people in line that just want to buy stuff. Like, I'm not selling to you right now, Jacob, because I don't have the things. But if I did, I could get some more copper, some more garden XP, and just in general upgrade my farming. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the garden down below. It's definitely a very interesting update. I'm just hyped that farming's getting its update, because that means what's next? It's gonna be foraging. That's the next skill that's getting anything, and it's going to be beautiful. I cannot wait, but I just wanted to go over this really cool update on the alpha. That's gonna be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you in the next one. Peace out.